everyone, and welcome to HVMP's live coverage of the AC Delco 200K at North Carolina Speedway. I'm Dylan Livingood, your commentator and director, as always, bringing you all the live action here. We were gone the past couple of weeks, but glad to be back here in the booth, bringing you today's race in North Carolina, better known as the Rockingham Motor Speedway. And cars are on track right now, getting the last couple of moments of practice, and while they do that, we'll send you guys to a quick commercial break.
With Loctite in your fanny pack, you can help a lot. Loctite.
And here we are live here at Carolina Speedway. Quick couple of facts here about the Speedway. 1 mile D-shaped oval, kind of stuck in between, all kind of stuck in between maybe a Chicagoland and a Richmond. A little bit bigger than Richmond and a little bit smaller than Chicagoland. Both D-mile ovals for sure. High banked, 25 degrees. In turns 3 and 4, 22 degrees in turns 1 and 2, so a little bit less banking in turn 1 and 2, and that has an effect on the cars today. I can tell you that for a fact. We watched Ryan Williams go around the track and get a little bump from behind from Keith Sherman. He said before today's race that he was kind of struggling in 1 and 2 up high, that the bottom line was the more preferred groove, and that on these restarts you're really going to want to get down low on the bottom of the racetrack. So look for drivers down low in turn 1 and 2. He also said that turns 3 and 4 really weren't that bad, and that you could get a little bit of side-by-side racing. The high side was a factor. So as we'll change our audio, sorry for the technical difficulties, you guys can hear me now, but I was just saying that look for the high line not to be dominant in turns 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 maybe for a little bit of the, a little bit of high side action, some 2x2 racing coming off of 4, and you guys didn't see it last week, but actually some great, really exciting side-by-side racing being done by the 62 of Kyle Relly. He was actually able to pick up that win last week at Richmond, so congratulations to him. Here on the broadcast, we've kind of watched Kyle Riley mature from not so experienced driver into a really well-rounded sim racer. So good to see him in victory lane for the third round of the Solstice Loctite Retro Series. Again, big thanks to our partners at Loctite for putting the show on. Big thanks to Caleb Paul for letting us do the broadcast. Always fun when we're able to do it. Unfortunately, not able to find help in the booth tonight, but I'm going to try to do my best to bring you guys flag-to-flag action as last couple of seconds of happy hour are winding down here. Drivers getting the shakedown. One driver I like to focus on in today's race is the 93 of Josh Chin. There you see him. He's fastest in practice. He's a previous winner in this same exact series at this same exact track. I think it was the very first time that Retro Series ran here at Rockingham. He was able to pick up the victory in the 93 machine. Look for him to do it again. And if I'm not mistaken, that 93 scheme looks very familiar to the scheme that he won in first time around. So he goes and pulls it down into the infield. So Chad Michaels, they're getting into Mason Wellborn there. Mason Wellborn still unsponsored for the time being. Kevin McAdams in the 26 car in that Publix machine. Again, racer from Florida, along with Keith Sherman. They're running rivalry grocery market schemes. They're pretty interesting. Both really sharp-looking schemes as they try to chase down Ryan Williams. And they're doing a pretty good job of it, even though 16th fastest for Keith Sherman on the board. That really doesn't do justice. Drivers are getting on grid here for the start of today's race. So we'll bring you down the starting order here. In the number 1 position, it's going to be the 26 of Kevin McAdams, followed by the 28 of Ryan Williams on the outside of row number 2. Inside of row number 3 is going to be the 9 of Nick Baker, and on the outside of him, it's going to be the 93 of Josh Chin. On the inside of him, it's Chad Michaels, and on the outside of Chad, in row number 3, it's going to be the 41 of Brian Mercurio in that Motorcraft Ford. Matt Conti, so far, the only person to get on track in row number 4. He's on the outside in the Sprite Ford. Jake Fisher in the 84. That's the 27 of, I believe, Tristan Hagenstein. Tristan Hagenstein starting on the inside of row number 4. Inside of row number 5 is the 84 of Jake Fisher. On the outside, the 80 of Adam Kodal. They get the command to start the engines here in North Carolina, in Rockingham. Finish the starting order here. 67 of Andrew Schwartz, 61 of Jeffrey Stanton, 29 of Matthew Emerson. Look for him to go to the front. 77 of Josh Stubbs, 35 of Nick Cars, 15 of Keith Sherman, the 38 of Columbia, the 50 of Smith and the 90 of Wellborn, 62 of Riley, 71 of Chris Wetz. Round out your field. And to take the green flag is out in the air. 26 of Kevin McAdams off to a great start. Chad Michaels is going to follow in behind him in the 3rd position. Ryan Williams stuck up high, not where he wants to be. Like we said before today's race, that's not where you want to be on the outside, but Ryan making it work down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Now they're side by side for 3rd place. Josh Chin up into the high side. He's going to be able to slot his way back down into the 4th position. And it's single file from there. So leading your first lap is the 26 of Kevin McAdams. Hot on his tail is the 28 of Ryan Williams and Chad Michaels. Stuck to the 28 like glue. Car down almost to the apron there. That's the 29 of Matthew Emerson. He brings it back up just in time to make the corner. And 15 following him really closely. Going back up through the field now. Top 4 cars under a tablecloth. That's the 26 of Kevin McAdams that continues to lead, but Ryan Williams walks it up the track. That allowed Chad Michaels to take a peek at the inside, and that's all he was able to do there in the 25 machine on the 28. 28 slams the door shut. So coming across for lap number 4, it's going to be Kevin McAdams in the lead still, followed by Ryan Williams. Now the top 4 starting to separate just a little bit, but as I say that, Kevin McAdams runs high. Here comes the 28 on the inside. They're side by side going down the back straightaway. There you see it. Ryan Williams able to take the position. Chad Michaels down on the apron. Trouble for him. He's going to lose 2, 3, 4 positions possibly. Looks like he's going to get in behind the 27 of Tristan Hagenstein. So tough break for the 25 of Chad Michaels. But back out front, it's the 28 of Ryan Williams. Swapping positions there with the 26. And back behind him, Josh Chin has made his way up to 3rd because of the misfortune with Michaels. 5th place in that beautiful at number 84 machine. That's Jake Fisher rounding out your top 5. Tristan Hagenstein in 6th. Chad going from the 3rd position back to the 7th position there. Tough break for him. 8th place is Adam Kodal. 9th place, Matthew Emerson, rounding out your top 10, Keith Sherman. So back up front now. There's our top 5 cars. They're all under a blanket right now. No separation between the top 6. Top 3 looking to pull away, possibly from the 41. Never count out Brian Mercurio, though. He's definitely got a lot of speed every time he shows up to the track, and he's showing it right now. He's all over the back bumper of the 93, but down low goes the 26 on the 28 into corner number 3. 26 down low. He's going to take the position from the 28 to Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams stuck up high, losing another position to Josh Chin. Josh Chin barely clearing him off of corner number 4. And that's going to open up the door for Brian Mercurio. So put Ryan Williams from the 2nd spot to the 4th spot. Jake Fisher, the car right behind Ryan Williams. Now Josh Chin looking for a little bit of room on the bottom to get around the 26. He's going to have the position coming down to the front straightaway, leading that lap. It's going to be the 93 of Josh Chin, new leader for the first time this race. Or excuse me, for the 2nd time this race. As Ryan Williams led some laps, but continuing to fall back is the 28 machine. Going to lose another position to Jake Fisher. Trying to get down to the bottom is the 28, but 28 running about half a lane higher than the other guys. That's allowing them to get underneath the 28 for the time being. 28 falling like a rock, not what he expected coming into today's race. He was fastest in happy hour, fastest in practice, and second fastest in qualifying. So look for him, maybe not to struggle as much as we might like to think, but nonetheless, it's going to be a dogfight. As you can see, track position is key, hard to pass. And as we say, it's hard to pass. There goes Ryan Williams right around the 84. Jake Fisher again, hot on his tail is the 84. Look for that to get ugly. 25, Chad Myko's out of shape, coming off corner number 2. He saves it, slots back in between the 27 and the 80. Back up front now. Josh Chin continues to pull away from the 26. 26 maybe using up a little bit too much of his stuff. That's Kevin McAdams in that Publix 26 machine. Getting chased down by the 41 of Brian Mercurio. Brian Mercurio, as Josh Chin bounces it off the wall, coming off corner number 2. Down the back straightaway in the corner number 3. Little bit of time gained back on the 93 machine by the 26 and the 41. Those two nose to tail. Definitely drafting for sure, even though it's a 1 mile track. Draft still coming into play. Don't want to lose it, as we have a couple of cars that have lost the draft. That's the 1 of Dylan Smith and the 3 of Steve Rada. And you can see the leaders right behind him. So hopefully they can get going in time. But tough break for those two competitors, as nose to tail rounding out your lead lap in 22nd and 23rd place, respectively. 23 cars starting today's field. Pretty good for an intermediate track here at Solstice. If you want to get in on the action, make sure to type in your web browser, www.solsticeracing.net, and you'll be able to join in on this action. Remember, this series that we're showing right now is not a rookie series, but however, we do have a rookie series that is not commentated or broadcasted by anyone. That is the Solstice Dash series. That runs on Wednesday night, tomorrow night, at the same time. Make sure to show up early, get your car made and uploaded by 6 o'clock. You'll be able to compete and get a shot at some of these other races that you see Josh Chin battling. You might be able to rub fenders with him. Although I wouldn't, but you'd get the chance to if you signed up to get in on this action. So make sure to sign up, because it's always a great race here at Solstice. As our caution comes out for the first time today, we'll get you replay of what happened. I believe it's farther back in the field. As down the back straightaway, there we see Nick Cars, Josh Stubbs, and Dudley Smith all in a pack. Oh, Nick Cars gets loose and self-spins, gets contact, and just grip flips up on the high side. Kind of a soft rollover, an abrupt rollover, but not touching the car when he went over. He just kind of went around very quickly and able to get it back on all four wheels. So tough break for him. As we're going to take a quick commercial break while these guys make some laps under caution. We'll be right back, folks.
Hi, I'm Levi LaValle, and I'm a professional snowmobile athlete. X Games is awesome. Every time you go there, you just go fully prepared, ready to do battle, and lay it all on the line. Crossing that finish line and giving that fist pump is like nothing else. I may be nuts, but I definitely don't have a screw loose with Loctite on my team.
Loctite, reliable performance, extreme results.
Derek, Loctite's go-to glue works on almost any surface. You realize what this means for us?
I knew you'd be here. I knew right here. Wrong. Knew you'd end
Loctite party!
Lewis.
No.
With Loctite in your fanny pack, you can help a lot. Loctite.
So back live now. Driver's getting the one-to-go signal, I believe. This time by, next time by, we'll see green flag. Not in the air, so we will not go green this time by. I believe next time by will be the green flag. Hope you got yourself something refreshing to drink, to eat or drink during that quick commercial break. Seeing a couple of funny, hilarious commercials from our friends at Loctite. And something that's also really hilarious. I got a Coke, which I never drink Coke. Can I say what I drink on the broadcast? I'm not sure. Hopefully Coke doesn't sue me for this. But Coke is telling me to share a Coke with someone. Today's lucky person who's getting their Coke shared with me is Will. And I'm not sure if that's Will as in Will Vincent, because there's only one L, or there's two L's, excuse me, so Will spelled with only one L. Might have to get a Sharpie and cross that out, but no time for that as we go back green. Brian Mercurio off to a great start down low on the 26 of Kevin McAdams is the 93 of Josh Chin, and side by side behind them is the 25 and the 28 of Ryan Williams. Chad Michael is able to slot it up on the high side. Same with the 93 of Josh Chin. So Josh Chin put him to second. Kevin McAdams back to third. And Chad Michael is fourth. Ryan Williams rounding out your top five. Battle for the lead now. Josh Chin in the 93. Down low on the 41 of Brian Mercurio. Into corner number one. Josh Chin thinks better of it. Backs out. As I believe we have another caution on our hands. Yes, we do. We will get you... what happened there is there's a bit of confusion there for pit road. Something worth noting here, we have two pit roads, so drivers having to come down on the back straightaway, make services to their machines if they are on the back straightaway. If not, then they got to follow pit road speed all the way around turn 3 and 4 and pit on the front straightaway where their pit stall is. So definitely makes for lengthy green flag pit stops if anyone has to make those. But I'll shut up now. We'll get you your HVMP instant replay. for that last wreck. Searching. I believe it was in this backpack. If I'm not mistaken, we're still searching for it. Oh, didn't take long. Now going into corner number 3. Stubbs gets loose. Oh, hard in the outside wall goes the 9 and Nick Baker. Holy shimoli. Upside down. Wow. Okay, we got to get you another angle of that. Incredible. Oh. Vicious hit on the 9. Looks like his day is going to be done. Getting hit in the back by Jeffrey Stanton, up and over several times, coming back down to earth after getting launched into space, end over end, landing on the 77 of Josh Stubbs, who brought out the caution, or excuse me, instigated caution, and back down, doing a couple more flips, and actually he's back going, but I believe that car's going to be too damaged, really, to do anything. As we'll go back live now. And Nick Baker getting repairs done to that machine, but looks like his day of competition, or being really competitive, is done. I think he's just going to try to salvage a points run right now. We'll get ready for our restart. As not sure if it's going to be this time by... Yes, it is this time by. Green flag in the air. Brian Mercurio off to a great start again. The 25 of Chad Michaels all over the back of the 93 of Josh Chin. Josh Chin slams the door shut going into corner number 1. And he sets his eyes back on the 41 of Brian Mercurio, and we're wrecking in the back. Wrecking in the back hard. 71 of Chris Wetz around. 85 of Matt Conti also involved. So tough break for them. We're going to try to see if there's any damage on the 71 machine. Doesn't look like it, but that warrants a replay. So look at the top of the monitor. There was cars all over the place. Looks like it's going to start with the 15 of Keith Sherman. Going down into corner number 1. Keith Sherman... Oh, just back in, walks around on him, doing a nice job of almost saving it. Actually, he's spun all by himself. Contact happened after. That's a good shot. Let's back that one up. There we saw the 15 of Keith Sherman just start to go around. Watch on the left side and the right side of your screen. Cars bouncing off the wall, cars bouncing off each other on the inside, and rough break for all them, but they're going to get going. No harm, no foul. Doesn't look like anyone took a really hard hit in that wreck. We're back live now. Obviously, Keith Sherman getting some repairs done in the 15 machine. Right sides go up on the car, now the lefts. Other drivers making pit stops. Tristan Hagenstein, the 85 of Matt Conti as well. 67 Andrew Shorts making pit stop repairs. Nick Baker involved in the previous caution, making some repairs done. So I believe that's our third caution of the evening. Brian Mercurio still out front. No one able to touch him this past couple of restarts. He's been on fire on these restarts. And speaking of restarts, here we go. Off to a great restart is the 41 of Brian Mercurio. Hello, Chad Michaels on the inside of the 40, or excuse me, of the 93. Those two are going to battle down the back straightaway. It's not settled yet. Going into corner number 3, who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be the 93 of Josh Chin slamming the door on the 25 of Chad Michaels. 93 on the inside of the 41. Oh, both loose coming off corner number 4. And Chad Michaels tries to go up to the high side. 93 trying to go up and throw a block, but not going to be able to get it done. The block or the pass. as they spill on the back straightaway, getting all the way up to 154, 155, 157 at the end of the top. All right, excuse me, at the top of the straightaway. That's the 93 going that fast. And here on the front stretch, again, they're going to get it up to 159. And then back all the way down to 122 miles an hour. And back on the throttle again to do it all over. Car high out of corner number 4 in the back. And that's not going to matter to these guys. Incredible job by the 93 to stay on the back bumper of the 41. He's all over the back bumper. He really wants to find a way by. Not being able to find it here at the Rock. In case anyone was trying to keep track at home, we're on lap 30 of 123. As we'll get our restart graphic out of the way. Still trying to play with all these. This graphics package. Haven't really done anything like this before for my NR 2003 broadcast, so let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you don't. We'll try to get you some more, maybe less, whatever you guys would like. Someone who wants just a little bit more, that's the 93 of Josh Chin. Still trying to find his way around the 41 of Brian Mercurio. Can't get it done. Let's go through the field and see if that changes. So third place is Chad Mikos. He's right there. Back a little way is the 26 of Kevin McAdams. Then behind him, rounding out your top 5, is the 28 of Ryan Williams. In the 6th position, it will be the 84 of Jake Fisher. 62 of Kyle Riley, last week's winner. In the 7th position, running strong. Hard-charging Adam Kodal. Behind him, down to the apron, back up top. Right in front of the 29 of Matthew Emerson in the 9th position. As we're going to have a battle for 9th here, or excuse me, for 8th. Oh, as Emerson thinks better of it. Goes back in behind the 80 of Adam Kodal. Adam Kodal, a veteran in this series. One of the people to run the very first few seasons of the Solstice Retro Series. Again, this is something really fun and special for these guys. And something that these guys really have a lot of fun doing. So, great to see this series back around. It's been a couple of years and a lot of new faces, such as the one of Dylan Smith, who's rounding out your top 10. In 11th position, involved in an earlier caution, is the 50 of Dudley Smith. Andrew Short's also involved in a previous caution. He is in your 12th position. Back to 13th as Nick Carr is in the 35. Very sharp-looking gold rims on that machine. And then back behind him is the 27 of Tristan Hagenstein, trying to claw his way back up into the front. He was up there, I believe, 3rd or 4th row on the start and has fallen all the way back into the 14th position. 15th position, excuse me, up to 15th position is the 90 of Mason Wellborn. He rounded out your field today. And he's going to try to find his way around the 27 of Tristan Hagenstein, or possibly follow him up to the front, whatever floats his boat. Back behind him is the 15 of Keith Sherman, bringing out one of our earlier cautions. Well, you could say he brought out one of our earlier cautions. According to Solstice officials, what he did actually did not bring out the caution. It was the contact after he self-spun that brought out the caution. And one of those drivers getting caught up in that is the 71 of Chris Wetz in 17th, 18th position. Holding on a little bit better this run is the 3 of Steve Rada, the Intimidator himself. Steve Rada, as he's going to get passed by the 85 of Matt Conti. Battle for 18th, as 85 goes right around the 3 of Steve Rada. 61 of Jeff Stanton, rounding out your top 20. That beautiful looking machine. Hold on, we got to take a look at that again. Definitely a sharp looking Napa scheme. Jeffrey Stanton, big fan of it. Columbia in the 21st position. Rounding out your field will be the 9 of Nick Baker and the 77 of Josh Stubbs. Still no change for the lead, but a battle for second. Now as we come back to our leaders. Oh, 3 wide almost for the second position. Ryan Williams and Chad Mikos down low on the 93 of Josh Chin. Josh Chin sending the 28 up earlier in the race. And the 28 finally able to get a little bit of sweet, sweet revenge. some clean revenge and shoving that 93 up high, preventing him from getting back down low. So back to the 4th position goes the 93 of Josh Chin, almost going to get swallowed up for the 5th position. So watch for him. Looks like he's going to hold his own there, but we almost got a battle for 2nd there. Chad Michaels holding on as hard as he can for the 2nd position. Ryan Williams, boost of confidence for him, getting back around the 93 of Josh Chin, getting back up into the 3rd position after dropping back almost to 5th or 6th after getting shoved up high out of the groove. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, low line, very important at this track. Not a high line track. This track likes to eat up tires too, so the more you run that bottom line or run out of the groove, the more you're going to eat up those tires. That is no bueno. So looking down low on the 2nd place car, that's the 28 of Ryan Williams trying to get around the 25 of Chad Michaels. Still can't get it done as Chad blocks the door. So 1st through 5th, still not a lot of separation here in this top pack. That shows you how equal these cars are, how equal each driver's driving style is, and driving skill, I should say, is to each other. As down low, as we're going the wrong way, battles up here for the 2nd position. Ryan Williams finally able to get the 25 shoved up high. 25 going to try to slot in front of the 93. He's going to be able to get it done and hold his own in the 3rd position, only losing 1 spot. Good job for Chad, not losing multiple positions there, as he still might. He's up top. He might have heated up his tires a little bit by being shoved up to the high side. Matthew Emerson down low on the 93. Can't get it done. Thinks better of it. So it's a battle for the 3rd position. 3 cars under tablecloth right now. 25 of Chad Michaels leading that battle as Ryan Williams starting to gap himself from those 3 cars, and he's setting his sights on the 41 of Brian Mercuri. You're watching it all unfold here live on HVMP. This is the Solstice Loctite Retro Series, in case you guys were wondering. Incredible battle here on lap 45, coming around to lap 46. Down low on the 93. He's going to try it. Down low battle for the lead. Ryan Williams goes around the 41 into corner number 1, so put the 28 of Ryan Williams back up to the front. As Brian Mercurio into the wall. Huge moment there for the 41. He's going to get passed down low by the 25 of Chad Michaels. 93 almost making contact with the 25 of Chad Michaels. They're side by side. No place for anyone behind him to go. They're still battling side by side. That's going to open up the door for the 26 of Kevin McAdams on the 29. And the 41 gets turned around in front of the field. He's stopped. Can everyone avoid him? Single car incident. No caution so far. Everyone's going to be able to avoid him just fine. Tough break for Brian Mercurio. I don't believe that's going to bring out a caution. If it does, I stand corrected. And I believe it's not, as the 93 and the 26 still racing. 93 losing a ton of positions out of that, as he went from the 3rd position back to the 6th position. Now he gets passed by the 26 of Ryan Williams, and look who snuck in to the top 5. That's the 62 of Kyle Riley. He's in the 4th position right now as he's being scored. And look who else, Matthew Emerson up into the top 3, trying to make his way around Chad Michaels. Down low on the front straightaway into corner number 1 goes the 29 of Matthew Emerson. Down low on the 25 of Chad Michaels. Coors versus Budweiser, as Coors going to win that battle for the time being. Not trying to say anything against those 2 sponsors, but Coors with the faster machine right now. That's Matthew Emerson piloting that Coors machine. And look at these 3 behind him. Down low on the 25 goes the 62 of Kyle Riley. He wants to take away the 3rd position. So down low is the 62 Bell South machine. 3 wide for the 3rd position almost. Now back down to 2 wide. 26 of Kevin McAdams searching for a hole to get past 25. Down low on the 25 goes the 26 of McAdams. McAdams and Michaels side by side racing. Really hard to get around this 1 mile facility. And the 26 able to get around, so put Chad Michaels from what he was running in the second position all the way back to the 5th position, as the 6th position belongs to the 93 of Josh Chin. So definitely shows you tires are starting to wear. We're starting to get a run in. 26 right around the 62 machine to get into the 3rd position. Shows you a little bit of tire wear wreaking havoc on some of these guys. Look for tire conservation to be huge. So down the back straightaway now. Pretty vanilla, single file. Starting to calm back down. Maybe trying to save their stuff for the rest of the run. Definitely, the more you race, the more you wear those tires. But the 26 doesn't care. He's down low on the 29. That's Matthew Emerson up top with McAdams down low. McAdams going to clear the 29 and slide up in front of him down the back straightaway into the wall just slightly as the 29 of Matthew Emerson. So down into corner number 3, put Kevin McAdams into P2. And he's going to start pulling away, and he sets his sights on the 28 of Ryan Williams, who continues to lead after 54 laps of 123. I'm no mathematician, but we're not halfway yet, I don't believe. As these cars in a dogfight now. 62 of Kyle Riley, 93 of Josh Chin, and Andrew Schwartz wanting to get a little piece of the action. He gets around the 25 of Chad Michaels. Looks like the 67 has a little bit of side-to-side warp. Be careful when you're racing side-by-side. So down low on the 62. 62 gives 67 the position. So that's going to be Andrew Schwartz up in the top 5 for the first time today and put Kyle Riley back out of the top 5, unfortunately. Last week's winner looking just outside in the 6th position. So as it stands now, Ryan Williams, your leader, followed by the 26 of Kevin McAdams, the 29 of Matthew Emerson, the pace car, the 62 of Kyle Riley, pace car screws everything up. 28 of Ryan Williams, 26 of Kevin McAdams, 29 of Matthew Emerson, Josh Chin in the 93, Andrew Schwartz in the 67, 62 of Kyle Riley in the 6th position, 7th position, Chad Michaels, 8th position is Jake Fisher, and Dylan Smith getting a run after almost falling a lap down that first run until that first caution. He's found his way back up into the top 10. He's working his way around, or up to the back bumper, of the 29, or the 84 of Jake Fisher, as I'm butchering all over the place. I had to go to the dentist today. My jaw is a little sore, and I know what you guys are thinking at home, but I know you guys are thinking you're glad to have me in the booth right now, being able to bring you live action. Unfortunate break, in the action here as we got an incredible battle here. Behind the 93 of Josh Chin, that's the 67 getting around the 29 of Matthew Emerson. So put Matthew Emerson. His timing and scoring says he's in the 5th position. So he lost 2 positions that lap. That was the 93 and the 67 sneaking by. Leaders have caught lap traffic now. That could be why. It's 77 of Josh Stubbs and the 9 of Nick Baker. Both off the pace, getting ready to be lapped. Threading the needle is the 93 of Josh Chin through that lap traffic. And another man threading the needle is the 28 of Ryan Williams. But you see his gap has closed up to the 26. As speed's considerably slower and only hitting 150 now down the back straightaway. A huge fall off. These drivers' best lap is 24.9 when the tires are fresh. Now the tires are worn. We're seeing a 2-second drop off right now. Last lap was a 26.9 for our leader of Ryan Williams. But nonetheless, let's get you on board, look around this racetrack from the roof cam of the Havoline machine. This is what it looks like to go around a lap here at Rockingham. 25-degree bank corner in corners number 3 and 4. Down the long front straightaway. And into corner number 1, only banked 22 degrees. Not much of a difference, but you can definitely notice some. As the 41 involved in an earlier wreck getting lapped. And tough break for him as he was running, you know, in a pretty good position. I think he was running second or third before that happened. Drivers already starting to make pit stops. That's the 35 Nick Cars and the 15 of Keith Sherman. And yeah, tough break for Brian. He's fallen all the way back to the 16th position, running 28.3s. 1 lap down. So the 93 of Josh Chin. Coming down to pit road now. We'll follow this camera angle right here as these guys make their pit stops. Down 45 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Gotta make sure you don't break that. And into your pit stall goes the 93 of Josh Chin. Right sides come up on that machine. Now they drop. Crew running around over to the left side, picking up the left side of the car. And that's how you make a 4-tire stop. Josh Chin style, race off pit road. That's what one of those looks like. So your leader yet to pit is the 28 of Ryan Williams. Look for him to come, not this time by. Lap car, slower car, as we got a battle for the lead. Kevin McAdams wanting some before they have to go down pit road. Down low into corner number 1 and 2 goes the 26 of Kevin McAdams. Ryan Williams falling back to the 2nd position. Look for him maybe to make a pit stop soon. As he might be coming in this time by, not sure. Look for him to come in. No, he's going to stay out. And the longer these guys stay out, that means the more the drivers like Josh Chin who pit, they're going to have a couple more laps on fresher tires maybe to catch up. But again, we're making green flag pit stops here, so we're definitely capable of going a while before a caution comes out. These drivers still racing like mad. 27 of Tristan Hagenstein now making pit stops. You see Keith Sherman, he has made his pit stop back on, he's not on the lead lap now, but back up to speed. Oh, it's a little bit of an issue on entry with the 15 of Keith Sherman. Scary moment for him, but he keeps it together. All those drivers as I verbally make a boo-boo. So Tristan Hagenstein out of his pit stall. Going around lap traffic is the 93 of Josh Chin. He's in the 5th position. Gap to the leader. Can't quite find it. I'll bring up my cheat sheet. You guys can't really see it. Actually, he is a lap down. There you kind of see it in the top right corner. Only drivers on the lead lap is the 26 of Kevin McAdams, your leader. As a couple more drivers get on the lead lap, I believe the 26 is on pit road. We'll confirm that right now. Yes, McAdams and Williams both to the pits. The drivers getting their laps back. Everyone through the 8th position with their laps back. And we'll watch this since this is your battle for the lead. The two drivers. Oh, as we're going to try to keep with it. Ryan Williams with a huge move on the outside. That's going to get several car lengths of an advantage on that machine. Great move by the crew on the 28 machine. Those Haviland guys getting those cars, or getting that car serviced quick, getting those tires changed quick. And that's the difference right there. Kevin McAdams going to have to make all that ground back up as he's being scored in the 5th position. Now in the 9th position. That's Ryan Williams. So we're going to try to find your leader. We're searching as there's battles all over the racetrack. Josh Chin. Actually, it's going to be the 62 of Kyle Riley, last week's winner. Maybe 2 in a row being lined up on the 62 machine. Look for that because he's out front right now, but the guy who really wants to get a win is the 93 of Josh Chin. Hasn't got it yet. We're on lap 72 of 123. We apologize, no lap counter this week. We'll work on it for next week. Still trying to work out all the bugs in our broadcasting booth. Still trying to get things polished up the way our viewers like it. If you guys have any input, any questions, or you'd like your league broadcasted, make sure to send us an email, Facebook message, whatever you guys would like to. We'll get right on that. We do painting, we do video making, we do broadcasting. Broadcasting is definitely one of the more fun things to do for us, as we get to see great action like the Solstice Loctite Retro Series here that you guys are watching. Incredible battle unfolding. That's Kyle Riley in the first position and hot on his tail. There's a 93 Josh Chin, but look who's in the third position. We haven't said his name except for when he was involved in that earlier wreck. That's Chris Wetz in the third position, and he's holding on strong, running some good laps, but being chased down by the 67 of Andrew Schwartz in the fourth position. A couple of lap cars to cycle through. Those guys all battling each other. Back to the fifth position. That's the gap from fourth to fifth. Matthew Emerson is your fifth place car. Remember, he waited a couple laps to pit at a huge, almost 2 seconds a lap of a difference. And I think Ryan Williams and Kevin McAdams did shoot about, I'd say a good 6, 7, 8 laps before they actually came down to pit road. And drivers getting their machine service, getting fresh tires sooner. That could be the difference. But Ryan Williams, I mean, he's won a couple of Proline championships. Don't count his strategy out. Don't discredit that. There's some great strategy being worked, as always, on the 28 machine. We'll have to see how it all cycles out. Chad Maiko's in the 6th position. 7th position is the one of Dylan Smith. And there was your 2 leaders before they pit. That's the 28 of Ryan Williams and the 26 of Kevin McAdams. They're in 8th and 9th position. Going to get swallowed up by Adam Codal in the 10th position. Those guys looking for a caution right now, because as it sits, maybe going to try the short pit here in the second stint if this thing goes green. Terrific green flag run being made. So we'll go back out front to your leader. That's the 62 of Kyle Riley. Oh, excuse me, no, he's been passed. 93 of Josh Chin finds his way into position number 1. And he's gapping himself considerably as he rockets down the back straightaway. Pulling out quite a lead from the 62 of Kyle Riley. So, great run for him. Chris Wett still in third, though. A little bit of strategy all over the place. These guys pitting at different times, and you wouldn't think it's that big of a difference, but 2 seconds a lap makes a huge difference, and you're seeing it right now. As I'm trying to get as many drinks of Coke to refresh myself during this broadcast as I can. Again, sharing my Coke with Will. Will, if you're watching the broadcast, cheers to you, buddy, because, well, this Coke's great, like Pepsi. It's rather refreshing when you blabber and move your lips for what has now been an hour. Lap 82 of 123 being completed. So we're, again, I'm no mathematician, but I believe we're in the second half of this race. I can guarantee that. I saw a car up high. Not sure what happened to the 62 of Kyle Riley. Where's the 62? Wow, he's back into 17th. What in the heck happened to the 62? He was running in your... Well, he was leading just a few laps ago. Not sure if he spun or what, but disappeared from the lead lap. He's now in the 17th position, 1 lap down. Again, we have our first retiree of the race. That's 90 of Mason Wellborn. He's 33 laps down. So Kyle Riley, struggles continue. It doesn't look like now he's going to make it 2 in a row unless he can get a lucky dog and get what possible damage there might be fixed. But these lap cars definitely battling side by side, trying to get every position they can, trying to get the lucky dog. We do have a lucky dog in this series, even though this is based off of when times were a little bit different. We do have lucky dogs in this series, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But don't shoot me, that would suck. So put Chris Wetz to P2. Oh no, put Andrew Schwartz to P2. He even finds his way around Chris Wetz that lap. And so far, no one able to touch the 93 of Josh Chin. What's the gap back to him? That's almost 5 seconds back to your second and third place car is back to fourth. That's 7.5 seconds. Back to fifth is 9, almost 10 seconds. And 11 seconds back is the one of Dylan Smith. So the Rocket out front, Josh Chin. Would it be too cliche to call him the Rocket Man? Not sure, but don't want to go there. 93 Josh Chin out front though, for sure. So setting an incredible race pace in that Nutella machine. And this just in his... well, I probably shouldn't say that on the broadcast. I was going to make a joke. Nutella joke. I think you guys get the reference. So as we look for some action, look at this pack. A lot of drivers on the lead lap in this pack. 28 of Ryan Williams. 26 of Kevin McAdams has caught back up to the 28 of Ryan Williams. So if this thing cycles back around to where the 28 is leading, look for that to heat up between those two. Those two very close to each other. Chad Micah's in the 5th position, so those three under tablecloth. And the 61 of Jeffrey Stanton, a lap down, along with these three drivers, but they're racing like they're on the lead lap. They're racing for, 14th and 15th are the 27th and 41. Stubbs, several laps down. Nonetheless, racing these guys very hard. He looks like he's on a little bit fresher tires. Ooh, a huge sideways. This is the 41 off of corner number 2. Nice save by him. Back battle for the 5th position now. 6th position, something like that. It's the 28, the 26, and the 25. Those three drivers swapping a little bit of positions. Chad Mikos all the way back to the 7th position from 5th. So he loses 2 positions. But no worse for wear. He's able to slot his way back in behind those two and get a little bit of run going. As I thought our caution was out. As it appears it's not. So still charging hard is the 28 of Ryan Williams. Trying to work his way around the lap traffic of the 61 of Jeffrey Stanton. And lap traffic all over the place. Drivers multiple laps down. Chris Wetz making services to his machine. Are we seeing the second round of pit stops unfold? Stay posted because we might just see that second round of pit stops come around. Chris Wetz getting service to his machine. Not sure if it's for damage or what, but we could very well see our last round of pit stops. Green flag pit stops being made. We're going to see if Josh Chin might be able to short pit again. I know track position is key. I'm not sure if he's going to try to get track position, hope for caution. A couple of these other guys might be hoping for that caution and get this field bunched back up because right now Josh Chin's running away with it. Another swig of Coke goes your commentator, and getting in for a splash of Budweiser in Sunoco Fuel. That is the 25 of Chad Mikos. So for sure we're seeing our last round of pit stops here on lap number 94 beginning. So Chad Michaels getting 4 tires on that machine. Again, tires so crucial at this racetrack. These drivers, I mean, just look at this. 80 on older tires, Chris Wetz on newer tires. And watch the difference in corner number 3. A lot more grip. And it's like 61's on nitrous compared to the 80. So down to pit road is the 93 of Josh Chin. That is your leader. So look for him to have another clean stop in the 93. Be interested to see how all this cycles back around. A lot of cars to get sorted through. A lot of different strategies. Watch for the 26 and the 28 to come down pit road maybe sometime soon. Those guys having to play catch up. They're in the second position right now, but they have not made pit stops. Your leader right now is the 67 of Andrew Schwartz. Let's find him. There he is. So your leader yet to pit in the 67. Comes down the front straightaway on lap 98 of 123. Yet to make his pit stop. Coming out of pit road is the 85 of Matt Conti. Let's check to see if the 93 has made his way out of pit road. Yes, he has. He's passing the lap car of Nick Baker. So it's going to be a showdown to the end here. Who can get their pit stops done the fastest and who had the best strategy that first time around on green flag pit stops. That might be the key to win this race if we don't see another caution. These drivers given a lot of room to each other, so very unlikely that something like that will happen, but nonetheless, these guys have surprised me before. There's the 67 down to pit road, making his pit stops. He's your current leader in the 67 machine. We'll get you a refreshing angle, a couple of refreshing camera views. There's your leaders now, the 26 and the 28. These two have been stuck by magnetic force all race. These guys on the same pit strategy. Oh, maybe not. 26 had to slow up a considerable amount for the 28 as the 28 was getting on pit road. Could that hurt the 26? We'll find out. 28 coming down to get his service done on the Halvoline Texaco machine. Texaco Halvoline, I'm sure I will get corrected for that after the race. But nonetheless, he's making pit stops and getting service on that machine. So, I just lost him. I had him for a second. Going too fast to find. It's Josh Chin in the 5th position now. Who is our leader? That's a good question. That's the 26 of Kevin McAdams. He hasn't come down pit road yet. So he's still hoping to gain a couple more positions. 62 of Kyle Riley. Remember, we were wondering what the heck happened to him. Well, he's back in the 2nd position. He's 12 seconds behind the 26 of Kevin McAdams. 93 of Josh Chin, just 15 seconds behind. And I believe 62 has made pit stops. 93 has made pit stops. As we'll look at the lap times. As it's probable. Could have sworn we saw the 62 down pit road. But if not, then that means the 93 of Josh Chin will cycle around as your leader. And he will have a 12-second advantage. Oh, excuse me, an 8-second advantage. Like I said, I'm not a mathematician. 8-second advantage to the 71 of Chris Wetz and the 67 of Andrew Schwartz. First car one lap down is the 27 of Tristan Hagenstein in the 6th position. So we've lapped all the cars but the top 5. That's what happens during these long green flag runs. As down low on the 62 is the 93. So going right around him. And rocketing into the 3rd position, 2nd position, excuse me, is the 93 of Josh Chin. So look for him to cycle around as your leader once the 26 completes his pit stop. As he still has yet to pit. As I wonder if... No, there's no way that McAdams can make it from here. or excuse me, make it from when he last pit. There's no way, but I'd be really interested to see if that's his strategy right now, if he's trying to stretch it as far as he can. Look for that to get good. Maybe he's just trying to find a good time to get service made on the 26th. Not sure quite what the strategy is on the 26th. We'll have to ask him later if we get the chance. That is your leader. 28 of Ryan Williams. He is now in the 9th position. Remember, he made pit stops. The 26 did not. Oh, as getting slowed up is the 28 of Ryan Williams. Gets into the back. I believe that was just net code, but I believe he got in the back of the 26. So maybe a little bit of payback, or maybe just, again, another round of miscommunication between those two. But scary moment for Ryan Williams. So the 26 makes his pit stops. That means this man right here has reclaimed the number 1 position. That's Josh Chin in the 93. Can he get it done? He's got just a few more laps to get it done. Lap 108 in the books, going on to lap 109 of 123. And if Josh Chin can hold on for another, let's see, what is that? 12, 13 laps, something like that, 14. He will be your winner here in North Carolina at the Rock. Rockingham is what the drivers call it. And one guy hitting the rock hard is the 9 of Nick Baker as he's going another lap down. So that's going to be his... he's going to be 5 laps down, I believe, now. Another person has retired. That's the the 77 of Stubbs. The Josh Stubbs has retired along with the 90 of Mason Wellborn. 2 cars failed to start. That is the 31 and the 48. Both new to the series. Not enough time, not enough practice. They said, we'll come back next week. Try not to wad anyone up. And you can see their 2 numbers at the bottom of our list. First driver 2 laps down is the 85 of Matt Conti. First driver 1 lap down now is the 26 of McAdams after his pit stop. And for these other guys, it's just not cycling around like they thought it was going to. Kyle Riley back 7 seconds from the 93-71 of Chris Wetz. He's back 10. And unless this lap traffic can hold the 93 up, I don't think anyone's going to stop the 93. Again, I believe he pit several laps earlier than all the other people. I'd be interested to see how he thought, that was going to work, what the reasoning was behind that. We'll ask him that, if he can bring it around to the victory lane in just... We're going to get 10 laps to go this time by. We're going to go lap 114 of 123 right now. So he's your leader. Now searching back through the field, 2 lap cars. Then McAdams, he's your first car, 1 lap down. Matt Conti, your first driver, 2 laps down. Tristan Hackenstein, 2 laps down. Keith Sherman, 1 lap down. Dudley Smith, 2 laps down. Bunch of lap cars in between. Josh Chin and this man right here, Kyle Riley. He's your second place driver. Again, he pit the second stint many laps earlier than the 93 of Josh Chin. 93 of Josh Chin able to use those fresher tires to his advantage and pull around the 62 and gap him by a good 7 seconds. But back to him, it's the 71 of Chris Wetz, hunting down the 62 of Kyle Riley. Again, Kyle Riley having a great points run this season. Again, trying to repeat what he's done in several other series. Carry over his experience over to this series, but around him for the second position is the 71 of Chris Wetz in the Team Lotus machine. So put him to second, and I believe he's going to drop another position if Andrew Schwartz is on the lead lap. Yes, he is. So Kyle Riley put him from second back to 4th in the Bell South machine. Again, he pit a number of laps earlier. I think he was hoping for a late race caution here. I don't think he's going to get it. Like he thought. Lap down is Jake Fisher. Tough break for him. He was up in the top 5 early on in this race. He fell back. But in rounding out your top 5 currently is the 28 of Ryan Williams. And hot on his tail is the 29 of Matthew Emerson. He's just shy of the top 5. He's in the 6th position. Let's check on our leader. Again, that's the 93 of Josh Chin. Still has a considerable lead. He has 10 seconds over the 71 of Chris Wetz. And a little bit of breathing room in front of him. As we'll confirm that with this shot right here. So able to get possibly the rest of the race done without having to pass anyone else, and that's going to be smooth sailing for Josh Chin if he can get it done. So Josh Chin into corner number 3. There you see the wide angle shot of this facility. And Chris Wetz nowhere to be found in the 2nd position. So Josh Chin looking to get his first win of the season. Going down the back straightaway on lap 120 of 123. Just a few more circuits around this facility, and the race will be in the books forever, for history. Bouncing off the wall is a lap car, as that's Columbia bouncing off the wall. Josh Chin, lap 121 of 123. Laps winding down. Lap car of Tristan Hagenstein making his way around the 93 of Josh Chin. Josh Chin, plenty of breathing room. Here's your 2nd place driver, the 71 of Chris Wetz. And your 3rd place. So look for that to stay just about the same unless Chris Wetz makes a mistake. And then in the 4th position, of course. Oh, now it's Ryan Williams in the 4th position. 5th position, now Matthew Emerson. Kyle Riley has fallen to 6th. We're going to go back up front. Coming around for the white flag here in Daytona. Or, wow, here in North Carolina. As that was a fail just as I'm trying to... Oop. Well, we had this fancy little graphic that said white flag, but can't seem to find it. Well, oh, here we go. So final lap coming around off of corner number 4. It's going to be Josh Chin getting his first win of this season in the number 93 Nutella machine. So back to 2nd now. Chris Wetz coming around in the 2nd position. Back now. Andrew Schwartz 3rd. Ryan Williams 4th. Oh, excuse me, Matthew Emerson 4th. Ryan Williams getting passed, and there's contact between 2 cars. Drivers all over the place. Ryan Williams, tough break for him on the last lap. Let's get you an instant replay of what happened to him, because he was... Oh, it looks like he tangled with someone. So a little bit of shenanigans going on the last lap. That's Brian Mercurio slow in front of him. He gets tagged by the 84 of Fisher. So he goes from the 4th position all the way back to the 9th position. Sure, Ryan Williams not happy at all in the 28 machine. Go back live now. The 93 of Josh Chin celebrating with a couple of donuts. Breakfast of Champions. As our previous Proline winner and a previous winner of this race, the 93 of Josh Chin, able to get it done for the 2nd time. The final finishing results over here in the top right. First place belongs to that man right there, Josh Chin. 2nd place, Chris Wetz. 3rd place, Andrew Schwartz. 4th place is Matthew Emerson. Rounding out your top 5 is Chad Mikos. 6th position is Dylan Smith. 7th position, Kyle Riley. 8th place, Kevin McAdams. 9th place, tough break for Ryan Williams. He's going to round out your lead lap in 9th. And first car, 1 lap down, is the 35 of, we call him Lemonhead. That's Nick Cars in the 10th position. So we'll try to get you an interview with Josh Chin, your winner. Josh Chin, incredible performance in the 93 machine. We saw you pit a couple laps early, I believe, on that first round of pit stops. What was the call there? How did you decide to make that call? Has a couple of audio issues with the 93 of Josh Chin. We have him back now. Sorry, Josh, repeat that.
It's just one of those things where there was enough tire wear. I figured that you could make up the time, and sure enough, did. First run, it worked out well, so the second run I did it as well when everyone was trying to save fuel, and people had to switch off strategies.
Now, were you worried about racing side by side with either a lap car or someone racing for a position, trying to get that position away? Maybe that would that eat the tires a little bit more?
No, I figured that no one else was gonna, at least on the lead lap that I was racing with, was gonna be an issue. So I just figured lap cars will be what they are, and just kind of slowly pick through them. Don't burn up the tires. Just maintain as much as I could.
Was there any, could you bring any experience from your previous races here in this series at this facility into today's race?
Oh yeah, a lot of the last races we've run at Rockingham have been kind of heavy tire wear, and it was another race like that tonight, so just maintaining, preserving tires helped a ton.
And a master of the abrasive surface here at the Rock. Josh, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Not in particular, but I just want to give a shout out to Brian Mercurio. I wrecked him during that long green flag run, and I feel really bad about that. It screwed his race up, and he probably could have had a shot to win without that, so I owe him one for that.
So, there he is, your winner, the 93 of Josh Chin, exiting his way out of the booth. We'll see if we can get the third place position, as our second place can't really talk. Having a hard time finding him, as he may have left. I believe he's left, so we'll get the 28 of Ryan Williams. Ryan caught up in that last lap incident with Brian Mercurio. Walk us through what happened.
I just came on the back straightaway and I misjudged it. It wasn't nor his fault nor mine. I just thought I could keep my foot in the gas and just cut low once I got off, and I just ended up running right in the back of him.
Now, Ryan, you were telling me before today's race the low line was key. We saw you get shoved up a number of times. How were you able to pick those positions back away once you were that far back?
Tires are really key tonight. McAdams and I thought we could just save fuel because we stayed out so long, and we just ended up abandoning that because the tires were so OP that it wasn't even worth trying to save fuel for 30 laps. So that's why I ducked off while leading. And I just, once you got new tires, you were pretty killer. You just had to get your nose underneath somebody in the low line because it was impossible to pass in the high line. But it was a fun race regardless. I just, I can't really complain about the last lap thing because it was just a racing deal.
So in that first stint, or that really long green flag run, is there anything you would have done different maybe to find yourself in a little bit better position for the race win?
Yeah, I wouldn't have stayed out and tried to make it on fuel, but, hindsight's 50-50.
Wise words from 28er Ryan Williams. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Texaco Haviland, SKF. They've been with me from the beginning. My cat Max and Jesus, of course.
Of course. Jesus, big part of the 28's operation. Thanks for those words, Ryan, and better luck next week. Let's try to get someone. Let's get. Where'd he go? Let's get this guy, Matthew Emerson. Kinda a little bit behind all day playing catch up, but nonetheless wound up with the top 5 finishing in the 4th position to be exact. How did you make up what ground you had lost early on in the race? As already we're having a little bit of issue contacting the 29 of Matthew Emerson. So I believe that's all the time we have left here. Oh, excuse me, at HVMP. Again, thank you for watching yet another week of me flapping my gums here in the Solstice Loctite Retro Series in North Carolina. Josh Chin, your winner. Loctite, your sponsor. Loctite putting this all on, along with Caleb Paul. Big thanks to both of those people and organizations, and letting us stick around for next time. So until next time, I'm Dylan Livingood. So long, everyone.
With Loctite in your fanny pack, you can help a lot. Loctite.
Nothing will ever sound the same without a Turtle Beach headset. Hear everything. Defeat everyone.